Some people walk into your life like a season. They come, they change you, and then they leave, without warning, without explanation. But sometimes, life is cruel enough to bring them back when you've already learned how to survive without them. This is the story of two people who met by accident, lost each other in silence, and found each other again when love had become complicated. It happened in a quiet town in South Africa, long before social media, when phone calls were expensive, and letters were the only way love could travel. Thabo Dlamini never planned to fall in love in Nakanda. He was a young civil engineer, sent there on a government road project he didn't even want. The town was slow. The work was frustrating, and he counted every day until he could return to Johannesburg. One hot afternoon, his car broke down near the open market. As he stepped out, tired and irritated, he took one careless step back and collided with a young woman holding a basket of oranges. The oranges scattered across the dusty road. There was silence. Then anger. "Don't you look where you're going," she snapped. People turned to watch. Someone laughed. Embarrassed, Thabo tried to apologize. She didn't let him finish. She was fiery, outspoken, unapologetic. Her name was Naledi. Thabo helped her pick up the oranges. As their fingers brushed, something shifted. Something neither of them could explain. From that day, Thabo found excuses to return to the market. Naledi noticed. At first, she teased him. Then, they talked. About her dreams of going to university. About his fear of becoming a man trapped in a life he never chose. Their conversations grew longer. Their laughter louder. Their silences comfortable. They walked together in the evenings. Shared cheap food. Shared secrets. Without planning it, they fell in love. Then, one evening, everything changed. Thabo received a letter from his office. The project had been terminated. He was to return to Johannesburg immediately. They had 3 days. 3 painful days, filled with promises. "I'll write to you," Thabo said. "I'll wait," Naledi replied. The bus left at dawn. Naledi stood there waving until it disappeared from sight. She didn't cry. She believed love would find a way. But the first letter never arrived. Phone calls failed. Addresses changed. Life interfered. Weeks became months. Months turned into years. Each of them believed the other had moved on. Naledi focused on her future. She finished university. Moved to Johannesburg. Got a good job. Thabo climbed the corporate ladder, but something in him remained unfinished. Eventually, he met Zanele. Zanele was confident, connected, and determined. She knew what she wanted, and she wanted Thabo. When Naledi was asked to attend a national infrastructure seminar in place of a sick colleague, she almost said no. But she went. During lunch break, she turned too fast and bumped into someone. Her tray fell. She looked up, and time collapsed. It was Thabo. 7 years, vanished in a heartbeat. They stared at each other, unsure whether to smile or cry. They talked cautiously, like strangers afraid of remembering too much. Then Thabo spoke the words that changed everything. "I'm engaged." Naledi nodded and smiled politely, but something broke inside her. What they didn't know was that Zanele had noticed everything. Zanele fought with strategy, not emotion. Rumors toys. Pressure didn't. Subtle threats wrapped in politeness. Naledi tried to step away. She didn't want to destroy anyone's life. But Thabo couldn't let go again. He called off the engagement. And he paid for it. Contracts were lost. Friends disappeared. Doors closed. Naledi stayed. Not because it was easy, but because love rarely is. They struggled. They sacrificed. They rebuilt. Quietly. Years later, Naledi found an old letter, one Thabo had written but never sent. She cried. Not because of the pain, but because love had survived silence. Sometimes love doesn't end. It just waits. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe. Because the next story might feel a little too familiar.